horns to restore. I find them in just about every condition you can imagine. Most of them are restorable, though occasionally I'll come up with one that just is so far gone that I'll keep it for parts or panels, the wood ring, etc. This particular horn was not abused as much as it was just poorly stored for obviously a very long time. I have already cheated a little bit and worked a little bit of the original finish back onto this, so I know that underneath this filth, whatever all it is, an accumulation of 100 years of sitting, I suspect, there is an original finish, and we will cover that in another episode. But in this particular tutorial, I want to cover how to repair a seam that has split fully from top to bottom. So we have that here. Whenever I'm doing these restorations, the first thing I do is any structural repair. So we have two seams that are fully split. We have a number of partial seams, and then on the back we have a very poor prior repair. So we'll cover all of this while working on this horn. First thing we're going to do is clamp it up for the repair of this first split seam. We want this seam to be as tight as possible for the good appearance we're looking for, and also structurally. So I just go really lightly through with 600 sandpaper through the entire split on both sides, and that is all I give it. I don't want to lose this. As you can see, we're going to get a real tight fit here. This is going to be barely, if noticeable at all. After setting the clamps up and the band clamp ready to strap this belt together, the first step after cleaning it out with sandpaper is to take this crack and load it up with wood glue. What I like to do with this is spread the crack just a little bit, force this glue all the way in the crack. I make sure that it's coming out on the inside, so I know that it has fully penetrated. Then we're going to clean up the glue, and we'll come back for clamping this down. The clamp assembly, again, is a ratcheting band clamp. On this one, I think we can get away with one. Generally I use two, but I've already done a trial on this, and it looks like it's going to close very tightly. What I do is put two clamps on the opposite end of the bell at the wood ring, where I'm going to be 180 degrees out from where I'm going to be working, more or less. And then I use a pivot clamp to establish the angle that I'm going to draw the band clamp closed on. So clean up this glue and come back, clamp it down. Having wiped the majority of the excess glue, we're going to clamp down the band clamp at this point, and we'll do one more wipe down of the glue as we do. Again, I'm establishing with this clamp here the angle of the band clamp. I can tell you the key to having this work out is to make sure the very top is exactly even. And you can see that squeezing through. We're going to wipe excess again, and then we will put the C-clamps on. After drawing the first band clamp closed, I found that towards the top, this would benefit and close more tightly with a second band clamp. So we have set that up, and it's important in the process of gluing to make sure that you have a very smooth joint between the two panels. In this case, I cannot even feel any difference. So The number and type of clamps I use to do this can vary, but obviously the big mouth C clamps have a much greater reach. So I used a wood glue, a large wood glue at the bottom. Have to use a smaller one at the top because this is cylindrical or circular. So you can't use a broad clamp or it will take it out of round, which is something you don't want, because when you go to finish the job, the collar end will be crooked. The voice of experience. So this is now clamped down, ready to go, and this particular seam has closed up very tightly, as you can see. I have very high hopes for this horn, and we'll see you on the next repair.